Hello, my YouTube world. Johnny Mow coming to you with some different blade styles and just trying to get you to open your mind up to different types of blades that are out there that may be beneficial for your type of mower. So I run an ICD deck on my Snapper Pros and on my Ferris. So in the spring and in fall right now, kind of leading up to fall, when the grass is filled with chlorophyll, I run these. These are a high lift, but as you can see, these blades here come standard on the ICD deck. They have a longer cell. And what happens is, it creates so much airflow that it overwhelms the bagger, and then oftentimes it creates so much airflow it leaves grass in the deck too long, and then creating too much of a throw out when it does finally come out. So what I've found is that in the spring and in the fall season, when it really starts to really grow and it's filled with chlorophyll, I found that these pick it up and throw it really, really well. And that doesn't overwhelm the bagger. So I go with these this time of year and in the spring. Now, in the summer, when it starts to dry out, grass starts to fall over, there's not a lot of chlorophyll in it. It's a little bit harder to cut, meaning you're still trying to cut it at 3.5 inches, but the grass has fallen over and it doesn't like to be picked back up. This does not create enough airflow. So what it does, it creates the pressed down look. So what I do is that I then switch it to these, because I generally side discharge. This creates enough airflow to pick it up and cut it. And so that's that. This is a great blade for when the grass is full of chlorophyll and it's growing pretty good. Great blade. This blade here comes off of the old Ferris flat nose deck style. So my old Ferris was the flat nose, and I had a bunch of these. So I just tried it one day and figured out, like, wow, this cuts really well. This is like my summer blade, side discharge blade. You can use it in the fall too, but once the grass starts to get really up there, you'll notice that these blades here make more of a mess than these blades. The only thing that I called the factory and I said, you know, I don't understand how come I could side discharge with these blades and I don't make that big of a mess, but I put these on and there's a mess everywhere. And he told me that because there's so much airflow, it keeps grass on the upper part of that deck for so long, it's just always throwing out more clippings than it needs to be. But that's all right in the summertime, but not in the spring. So these are my leaf blades. This is a G6 Gator blade. I only use these in the fall. I only use them for leaves. I will cut grass the last 3 weeks with them just because they're on my mower. I'm not a big fan of these blades. I've never had success with them using them in the summer. I just felt they always left a poor quality of cut, stringers. But in the fall, when you're just mulching up leaves, there's nothing better. And generally in the fall, you're really not trying to stripe up stuff. You're not, you know, grass isn't growing that much. So generally in November is the last week in October, I'll stick these on. Just an awesome blade. I use them the first week or two in the spring too, just to pick up any other leaves that I might have left behind. But that's about it. If you have any questions about the blades, let me know. But I'm just trying to open you up to try different things with your mower. You never know, you know, one blade might be better this time of year, the other blade might be better the next time of year. So just give it a try, you know, buy some blades and buy off brand blades and just try it. Like this is a Gator blade, you know, I tried it and it just destroyed leaves. I put a little mulch kit on, a close off kit on my other side of my mower, on the discharge side of the deck, and I just close it off. I go in a circle and then it mulches them all up. Does a great job. It does a good job bagging too, because it mulches them up a little bit better. What happens is these teeth redirect the grass back to the front of the blade and it chops them up again. So it's kind of like going like this, where these are just forcing it out. All right, guys, any questions, comments? Let me know. That's how I run my mower on my ICD deck.